I don't know if that's
Ooh,
our Seb. That's a different Seb. Hopefully, we're not getting hacked or anything like that. Right. Anyway, let's do this disclaimer.
let's
Disclaimer.
do it.
Let's just keep it quick and simple. Mans don't have a clue what they're talking about.
No, sir.
Mans haven't got absolute Scoobies. Mans are not financial advisors.
No,
All
sir.
things that you hear from us coming out of our mouths are not financial advice. Simply because when you do these things, they come with a thing called risk. And if you didn't know that putting your money into a thing can make you lose your money.
Oh no, is he? Deco, is he froze for you?
Yeah, I thought it was my thing then still.
Oh man. All right, I'm going to take over. What's good, people? It's your boy Ninja T, co-founder of Blockchain Sensei. Unfortunately, my co-founder Michael Harding is currently stuck in some kind of internet warp. So he's not made me the co-host yet, so I can't share my screen. But yeah, it is currently 10 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time, Monday the 12th of the 12th, 2022. That's crazy. 12. Oh, that's like Keisha. Oh man, no one's a host right now. Okay, yeah, so as he was saying, all content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets. No place
Or
in
place
trade.
any trades.
Yes, sir. Please always do your own.
Research.
We are not financial advisors. So it is very important to do your own analysis before making any investments, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a
Financial advisor.
or independently research and verify all and any information you may find in our show that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with
risk.
so please always do your own.
Research.
Back.
You're back.
Are
Just
you guys there the whole time?
Huh? Yeah. It was just you. Just straight again, we are not financial advisors and we don't intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we are working in collaboration with several accredited advisors. If you're unable to mitigate your risk, please contact Blockchain Sensei by tweeting us, emailing us, DMing us, and saying, I need a financial advisor. And if you sing
help it out. If you need an accountant, it's the same. If you need a lawyer, it's the same thing.
Oh, Keisha's there?
Yeah, Keisha, of course Keisha's there.
All right. Okay.
Come on, Dom. You didn't do your own research. Of course I'm there.
Matters. So we got some mad updates for y'all. We got a little bit of the newsy. Well, if you didn't know, we can do the newsy on the Instagrammy. Let's go to
another thing. I wanna see what everyone thinks of the new style of posting with like the music in the back and the vibes.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love it personally, but I want to know if what everyone's saying.
Now, what people have got really deep though, as well as that, is right now there is some fire on our Instagram, like disgusting fire. Like,
yeah, it's actually dirty.
Fire. So you show me, You show me. I dare anyone watching this right now on YouTube, show me someone's Instagram that's got a live with the CEO of Animoca Brands.
That's the whole talk. Not even a part of it. The whole talk.
You show me, fam. You show
CEO.
Me. Yeah. That's what I thought, because you can't show me. Then you show me someone with an interview with an actual exchange in the same week.
Actually protect your funds.
That can offer
actually
you
insured. That's
a crypto
actually
ISA
regulation
and crypto insurance and crypto safety. And in the same week, also had another session with Animoca Brands, and that session was also there. Yo, fire game. Now, because
It's ridiculous game.
because there was so much fire game in that, right? I want to just put out these questions that were asked in the panel out to everybody right now, because guys, people are saying, I'm not saying, but people are saying that this was my best panel ever. People are saying that my explanations were the greatest. Now, some people would say that would mean Blockchain Sensei are the GOATs. Now, let's go over some of those questions. Question number 1 was, what are tokens? What are tokens? The answer is a consensus signifier of value within a digital network. So let's break that down. Consensus means a group agrees. Yeah. Signifier means points towards value. So first of all, it's a group agreeing that something is a piece of value, but that group is on a digital network. That is what a token is. So that means, yes, that group on that digital network might think that that has value, but anyone outside of it might think this is pointless. So just because we think that these tokens, that Bitcoin is worth 15 grand right now, there might be someone that would be like, yo, my Smarties are worth more than that, because they're not part of the consensus group. Question number 1. Question number 2, what's the dumbest thing I've ever seen crypto used for? I said proof of stake. Now, why did I say proof of stake? Because it completely defeats the object of decentralization. I also said Sonic, Obama, Harry Potter, Flocku, Inu. If you know about that one, you know about that one. Next, what's the most interesting thing that I've seen tokens used for? To represent fees within a structured deposit of a liquidity pool to optimize capital returns. Just giving away something there. But anyway, or engine, which forces you to lock up the tokens within a smart contract. Shout out to Ninja for plugging us on Witek Radomski, man like. Next is, what do you think is the next big token utility? Now, this one, I didn't come up with this. I just took the CEO of BlackRock's exact words and said them. And the CEO...
Oh, that's a lie. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. He read your tweet and then he said it.
To be fair, I did put my tweet out before the CEO of BlackRock. I put this tweet out like a week before the CEO of BlackRock went on stage and said it. Now, what did my tweet say? My tweet said that imagine a world where the entire stock market is tokenized. Imagine a world where index funds are tokenized. Imagine a world where every property and every REIT is tokenized.
Oh my God, a REIT?
Yeah. Now, imagine there was a project that was doing that as well. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. So that and DAO bribes. So the next one was, can a project be Web3 without a token? And of course, what did I say? Of course it can. Because guess what? Blockchain and crypto are not the same thing. Exactly. And I gave the example of the Fair Trade Company. If the Fair Trade Company was providing traceability and transparency of all chocolate, would they need a token for that? No. Is it Web3? Yes. So doesn't. So that's that one. Then those were my questions. Other questions that got asked but not in the panels I was in is, what is the biggest red flag in tokenomics? I said, I didn't get to be in this panel, but I thought it was advanced tokenomics, simply because tokenomics itself is partly a paradox, as a business that runs well, as we've seen with Web 2, doesn't always need tokenomics. Facebook hasn't really got tokenomics. Apple hasn't really got tokenomics. Tesla hasn't really got tokenomics. But what they do have is fundamentals. So that's the first thing that I would look for before looking at tokenomics. Tokenomics are important, but fundamentals are more important. Yeah, anyway, I'm mithering on.
Yeah, it's turning into the game of the game.
Yeah. So other announcements are, we have our partners.
Oh wait,
announced.
hold on now. Let's not just skip past this on a light one, yeah, guys. This event is gonna be absolutely mad. Are you guys seeing my glasses? This is full. I'm getting ready for it. I'm preparing myself for the 20th because it's gonna be so crazy. I gotta get my blue light protection. These are the red light. You get me? These are ones it just takes you to the other level. But guys, this event is gonna absolutely be crazy because these games are not any old games. These are tried, tested, selected. You understand? For you guys to have a unique experience and actually benefit way, way, way more than just downloading the game and jumping on it. And guess what? Some of these games are actually not even live yet and working, which is incredible. So I think it will be a great experience for you guys, for all the gamers. So we're calling all of the gamers to come down and just really have a good time, man.
Yeah. Now we've been through some ish. We've tested a few games for this.
Oh
And let me
man, there
tell
were
you,
some
yeah,
games. Oh,
there's
go
some-
ahead, Mike.
there is some games out there, yeah, that are chatting the most, that got 150k followers, but 4 retweets. There's some games out there that are doing the absolute most, that have got certain market caps, that when it
Oh,
comes
yeah.
to playing it, it don't work.
And then when it comes to actually playing the game does not work. And unfortunately, you know who the hell you are, and I'm sure you're probably tuning in. But bro, fix the thing, man. Just fix it. We gave you a chance. Gave you another chance.
We
Fix it.
understand this isn't a shot at developers. We understand that sometimes as developers, things are very difficult. And
No, this is not a
understand
shot.
as developers, like sometimes when you want things to work, it just doesn't work. However, what we would really recommend is before you shout from the high heavens how amazing your product is, have it actually be amazing first.
Wait a second. Additionally, it's not just the developers; it's the founders and the CEOs. Like,
Yeah, you kind of
my
got to
brother.
like, actually have played it and had people play it and said that it's amazing. Then you can shout from the high heavens that it's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
because
the
it's
order
like
it should be, not the other way around.
no, but even if there's a problem, you should be able to fix it. If it's a minute problem, like you don't need, oh yeah, have your developers on tap. Like you need to be able to do that yourself as well. Like
Yeah,
as the
I
CEO
get
and
it if it's
founder.
like a big, complicated 3D open world game, but if it's a little 2D thing,
And
sure.
exactly that. It should be working, man.
But yeah, anyway, crypto news and roundup. Ethereum developers target March 2023 for release of staked Ether, which pretty much count on that being the bull run back on. Binance are in talks to acquire Indonesian exchange Toko Crypto. You heard of that?
Ooh.
Toko Crypto. I know a lot about Toko Crypto because quite a few of my Indonesian homies, shout out Matamos and G Brand, who were Indonesian rappers. Matamos actually released his own NFT collection. And I put them on crypto, and Toko Crypto is like it's like it, you know what's mad? It kind of looks like Binance already.
Or say, okay, that's
Yeah.
it. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Binance, they're looking to buy a lot of stuff, man. These guys, they're just.
Of course they are.
Look,
Now, why are they looking to do that? Because recently this week they declared their funds they've had audited, and there was about 40 billion missing from that document.
yeah.
So yeah, they are up to some shenanigans. Now, obviously,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
me, I've been shilling Binance, even though I shouldn't shill. I love it because it does everything that Ethereum does faster and cheaper. And it has its own exchange, pretty much most definitely a security. But yeah, interesting what they're doing. They have no excuse for why they don't have that money. I want to know where it is. Because in my opinion, they should definitely have that money.
Guys, I actually gave a heads up 2 episodes ago about this. I said that their books are not right and there's something going on. And this was right after the FTX situation. They're also crooks. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Binance may also be crooks. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that from because I had my personal people that used Binance and had issues and I had to contact customer service, and their customer service experience was terrible. Imagine this time last year, Or imagine there's like a bull run peaking and you've jumped in a market, right? And then your account gets locked for 6 months. And you can see everything doing 400% gains, going nuts, and you can't move your funds or do anything with it.
That's mad.
It's mad.
But what's the lesson someone could have learned from that?
Manage your own funds. Put it in your own cold wallet and manage your own funds. It's quite simple.
Yep. So next in the news, Circle and SPAC Concord mutually terminate their business agreement. The Feds investigating FTX founder SBF, who still isn't locked up, who still is chilling in his
island,
Bahamas.
Yeah.
But people get arrested and do 20 years for having a bit of weed on them or for not having a train ticket.
There you go.
It's what it is. Equal rights for everybody in it. That's what it is. So consensus will shorten MetaMask data.
You guys watched the Sam Bankman interview, right? The 75-minute one.
No.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
No.
Oh, it's the one and only interview, but it is very, very sus. Like it's like he bears like no. It's like he's not bearing any.
He's not. He doesn't care.
He's saying that it's all. He had no idea.
When their wallets are definitely multi-sig, please go away, bro.
Yeah, it's dumb. Gnosis chain has crossed its own merge transition to proof of stake. Goldman Sachs on the hunt for bargain crypto firms after FTX fiasco. What are the chances?
What are the chances for Goldman Sachs to have a little bit of cash on the side?
Yeah, interesting. And Arve acquires Web3 social gaming app Sonar to expand Lens protocol.
Before we run through all of the other ones, could we please go back a little sec, because there's a couple like X that off. I've got a couple bits of news. So yeah, guys. Yes, right here. We can't skip over this one now. The Nigeria bans ATM cash withdrawals over $225 a week. This is a force to use CBDCs. So basically, cash withdrawals are not going to happen. And it's going to be limited. And what you need to do is have it digitally instead. And that's through CBDCs. And this is funny as well. These guys have been all over the place. It's funny to know. It's difficult to know what stance Goldman Sachs are on, because one day they're like, oh, we don't like crypto, everything's going down, everything's bad. The other day they're like this. Oh, you know what? We're preparing to just put a little bit of these funds on the side in this crypto thing over here. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad.
So yeah, guys,
kind of funny.
Institutions are making their moves. So top gainers of the week, Fetch AI, which is one that I think we mentioned in the November watch list, has gone up 64%. Well done to anyone that made their gains there. There's some others that we didn't mention that are there. Others is top 10 gainers among artificial intelligence tokens. So if you're interested in investing in AI, but through crypto, check out these following projects: Deep Brain Chain, Vi, Numerare, Ushi, Flourishing AI, Aura Chain Token, Matrix AI Network, Verox, MetaMonkey AI, and Data Highway. Now, the highest market cap out of all of those is 110 million, which is the Data Highway, and that's $3 a token. The lowest market cap out of all of those is Verox, which is at 119k, which is pretty mad. So there's some crazy bargains on that one, but do your own research. Top 10 most volatile cryptos over the last 30 days. We can see them there. Please do your own research. Then we got dApps with the highest number of users on Polygon. So we can see Uniswap V3 is going up there. Do your own research on that. Top 10 projects by TVL growth in November. I thought this is significant. Nest Protocol has had a 523% increase of total value locked. So there is some kind of crazy DeFi thing happening right now on Nest
Protocol. Somewhere.
Yeah, so someone's doing a madness right now. Some big money's about to run through that. So yeah, that's the news. Let's hand it over to Ninja. He's got his amazing presentation.
What's good, Ninja?
Yo. got a little presentation for y'all.
Oh, is it all put together?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Oh, look what you did. You did it for everyone.
What nice
All
guy.
right. So, for those of you that have a Coinbase exchange, check it because they've recently done
You're live on YouTube right now.
some new learn to earn. So the main reason why I thought I'd share some research on these three cryptos is because I literally made like $15 from Coinbase Earn, just sat on my phone, chilling a few days ago. And then I just thought, you know what? Now I actually know a bit more about these. Let's research some more and share these with the people. So anyone who's got Coinbase, check out your Coinbase Earn because you should be able to earn some free near graph and amp. So that's how it ended up here.
Free money.
Free
Now,
money.
that is
exactly.
financial advice. That is financial advice. Go
Yeah,
get
It's
your
not.
free
It's
money.
not. It's not financial advice, but you can get it. You can get an airdrop. Yeah, there you go.
It's a financial recommendation. It's
It's
not
like-
illegal to tell somebody
it's-
to get free
Jesus
money.
Christ.
it's a
We need
financial
to discuss this
recommendation.
with our lawyer.
If you've got a Coinbase account to get the free crypto via Learn to Earn because you got nothing to lose.
However,
In our
what
opinion-
you do
in
with
our
it
opinion-
from there, if they buy it or sell it, that is financial advice.
Yeah. Whatever
in
you
our
do
opinion-
with your $14, $15 or whatever of near
our
graph
opinion-
amp is totally up to you. So let's start off with Near.
Jeez.
So there's two founders of Near. There's a guy called Alex Skidanov and a guy called Ilya. Oh my God, how do I say this?
Polushkin.
Let's see.
Is this
Right.
right?
What's his name?
We'll take that answer.
Polushkin.
We need
Keen.
Dom.
Polushkin.
There we go. I'm not here to, I'm not here to say it's correct or incorrect, but it sounds better than what I would say. So Alex was a software developer for Microsoft, and Ilya was an engineering manager in Google. So they actually raised $50 million through a program called Y Combinator. So Y Combinator is an American technology startup accelerator launched in 2005, and it's been used to launch more than 3,000 companies, including but not limited to Airbnb, Coinbase, Cruise, DoorDash, Dropbox, Instacart. I don't know how to say that.
Quora.
Quora, PagerDuty, Reddit, Stripe, and Twitch.
It's basically the greatest incubator in the world. If you get in Y Combinator, you're a billionaire.
Yeah. So these guys actually originally raised $50 million in the first 4 months in 2 private funding deals in a bear market without anything built.
Wow.
Oh,
So
They have friends.
they had a decent head start.
wrong.
They have friends. I wish I had friends like that.
Had a decent head start. So
I might have some friends like that, but yeah, man, I need to talk to them
Yo,
more.
Devon, we need to get your project in Y Combinator.
Yeah, let us know, bro. We'll
You know
get it
why?
straight-
Do you
we'll
know
get it
why as
put on.
well? Check this.
Yeah.
CEO of BlackRock was saying that one of the key areas of investment is in hydroponics.
That would be pretty
I know.
fire to get into Y Combinator. I just met like this one lady. She's making a video game. She got into Y Combinator, so
Yeah,
she
exactly. That's a
definitely gave
video
us
game.
all the
This
insight.
is exactly what the CEO said. Larry Fink said money needs to stop going into things like computer games and start going into things like engineering plants and engineering the things that take out carbon out of the atmosphere. So
Yep.
I think you're doing the right thing. Anyway, carry on, Ninja.
okay, so according to what Near protocols say they're about, because remember, guys, companies say they're about something, but then you got to think, are you about that thing? So they say that they're about building infrastructure of the new internet, making it harder for giant companies to steal your data and countries to shut it down. But the same people who invested in this probably also invested in companies like Dropbox and Reddit and Airbnb that are totally about taking data. So that's a bit sus. But
Yo, sometimes you got to sell people what they want to hear. That's what they do.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not saying they aren't about building an infrastructure for a new internet, and
They're
they're
selling
not
the
about making it
decentralized
harder.
dream.
Yeah, but this is the near dream. So
It's nice.
anyway, I'm just
Near
saying
enough. It's near enough a dream.
So anyway, they have a delegated proof of stake consensus mechanism, which uses a system called Doomslug. Now, first of all, Mr. Harding had an interesting
Oh
perspective
man.
on proof of stake, because you say proof of stake is one of the worst things for crypto, right?
Yep. For decentralization, not for crypto, but for decentralization.
For decentralization, yeah, for decentralization. So with Doomslug, it's 35 times faster than Ethereum in the sense that you only need one network confirmation instead of 35 network confirmations.
Oh wow.
So Nightshade, so they use a system called Nightshade, which uses sharding, as opposed to having parachains like on Polkadot, for example. So what is sharding? We've covered this before, but sharding is a database partitioning technique. So partitioning just means break it, kind of like break it down, just like when you partition your hard drive. That's one way to make your hard drive quicker, because instead of having your files scattered everywhere, it's kind of like tidying the files. So it's a database partitioning technique used by blockchain companies with the purpose of scalability making things bigger and faster and more efficient, enabling them to process more transactions per second. Sharding splits a blockchain company's entire network into smaller partitions known as shards. Each shard is comprised of its own data, making it distinctive and independent when compared to other shards. So this shard here is going to be different than this shard here. So NEAR can process 100,000 transactions per second.
Nice.
And
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah,
but what is the time to finality?
Wait, what is the what?
What's the time to finality? What's the time that the actual transaction actually gets executed on? What's the time to finality?
Remember when we learned that it's all good, something saying that it can do 100,000 transactions per second.
But in what time?
But when are they getting finalized?
Yeah.
Okay, that is something that I do not know, unfortunately. You're gonna find out straight away now?
Yeah, why not? What's the time to finality on their
NEAR
protocol?
blockchain time to finality? On NEAR, quantum block times 2 second finality.
Are in effect.
2 seconds.
Okay.
There you go.
2 second finality.
Yeah, so that means it's not a transaction per second, you know, them ones. It's a transaction per 2 seconds.
Yeah. You see how you see that?
You see
that?
Oh
my god, you just caught them. You caught
so you gotta chop that in half.
So it's actually 50,000 transactions
per second, yeah.
On a good day.
Okay. So each of the shards has something called seats. So each shard can only have I'm not too sure what exactly defines a seat. Like, is it a data block? Is it 10 data blocks or whatever? But yeah, but they say it's limited to 100 seats, and then people are incentivized to stake more near coins, their tokens, to then create more sharding opportunities within the NEAR blockchain. So yeah. One thing that NEAR has is that you can get a free I don't know what the technical term is, but for Ethereum it's an ENS address, which costs you I did it with an author called Shireen Daniels. Cost about $40 because obviously ETH is down right now. But with NEAR you can get it for free. So make sure that you register your your .NEAR address because it's free. So they use a DAO system, which they call the community members guilds. So by being part of the Near DAO, you can either join HR, accounting, marketing. However, it is arguably a little bit centralized because it only has 4 board members, which is quite similar to Ethereum. There is a so much like Ethereum has Polygon, which is the go-to Ethereum scaling solution at time of recording, December 2022. Obviously, that could change. Near have their own scaling solution called Aurora. So with Aurora, one way Near is onboarding Ethereum developers is they're making it easy through Aurora, which is a Near layer 2 scaling solution. Kind of think of Aurora to Near as the Polygon to Ethereum. Through the Aurora network, which also uses something called Rainbow Bridge, it makes it easy for Ethereum developers to basically almost seamlessly copy over their code, for example, smart contracts and dApps, and then bring it into the Near ecosystem. So
Interesting.
they be teething people from Ethereum, you know, trying to take them.
Wow.
One thing that I don't like about Near, and just in cryptos, for my personal portfolio development, is when they're inflationary, because when you increase the supply, obviously that does decrease the price. However, one of the reasons for the inflationary tokenomics is because when you stake Near, you get 5% rewards approximately. Obviously, these Near tokens can be used for voting, so you can be part of one of the guilds. And then some of the major investors, including but not limited to Andreessen Horowitz and Coinbase Ventures, but they set up a system whereby major investors have locked time periods. So even to this day, they're still locked Near from the original Andreessen Horowitz and Coinbase Ventures.
However, is that public? Because I'm still waiting for a project that has public vesting periods.
Yeah.
Which I think is if I got to say it on the panel, is something that I think needs to start happening, is public vesting periods, whereby, because that would just change the entire game.
Then you know when the investors are selling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So with regards to that, the actual dates whereby venture capital companies and early investors and large whales of Near protocol are allowed to sell, that is public knowledge.
Okay, interesting, nice.
Yeah, so we can theorize that price is going to dump on those days, which I guess opens up a whole new trader market to short Near potentially on those days.
Yeah.
Speculative shorts, obviously.
Well, that's where, see, this is why if you're smart and you're releasing a project, you would have public vesting periods, because what are people going to do? They're going to try and short. So guess what you can do? Go the other way.
Exactly
And then
that.
you just get you just mash up bare people. If you're smart,
That's evil, but yeah.
it's long and complicated, but people are trying to short your project. So you know what? Trying to short my project. Watch what happens.
Yo. Is that legal?
Of course it is.
Oh yeah, in crypto.
Okay. Moving on from Mr. Harding's crazy ideas, you know. So that's the bit on Near. So let's now have a look at 2 other cryptos. The Graph, which they say is like Google for crypto. So the Graph was founded in 2018 by Yaniv Tal, Janice Pullman and Brandon Ramirez, who previously worked together on several startups that focus on creating developer tools. The Graph raised a total of 19.5 million in token sales in 2019, including 10 million from its October 2020 public sale.
Wait, I've got some game on the Graph. You got any more? You got?
I got a look as well.
So the best way to understand the Graph and why it's saying it's like the Google for crypto. Is everybody here familiar with an index in a book? So let me find a book.
Oh, you said what I was gonna say.
So here's a book. Yeah. At the back, you normally have an index. Yeah. And it's got like words, and then it's got the page that word will appear on. That is index. Now the graph is basically doing that for blockchain. So you can search blockchains for, instead of having to trail through Etherscan in the future, people are going to want to be able to just search for a word and then find it and where it is on a blockchain. That's what they're building out. Now, the reason it needs a token is because the more your index used, the more tokens. People have to use tokens to use your index. So it encourages people to create really good indexes and search mechanisms, because then you get more tokens for it. So it's actually a really sensible use of a token. It's one of the best ones I've seen in a while. So yeah, that's that one. I know it's got a burn rate on it. I know it's used. Uniswap use it, Decentraland use it, Aragon use it. It was invested in by Coinbase. Yeah, that's about it, really.
Okay, amazing. Then we have a much less known altcoin that I only knew about it like 3-4 days ago when I did the Coinbase earn. So there's AMP. He was founded by a guy called Tyler Spalding, and he's also the founder of Flexor Network. He's also done some content with London Real, so check that on YouTube.
Nice.
Okay, so
wait, you're not gonna go into what AMP does? Oh, you are. Oh, you had all of this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. My bad.
So let's have a look at the graph. So what is the graph? The graph is a decentralized protocol for indexing and querying data from blockchains, starting with Ethereum. Because the King IT solution coming in. It makes it possible to query data that is difficult to query directly. So projects with complex smart contracts like Uniswap and NFTs, initiatives like Bored Ape Yacht Club store data on the Ethereum blockchain, making it really difficult to read anything other than basic data directly from the blockchain. Obviously, we can read everything from Etherscan, but it's not so legible, at least for the average person. So this is a visualization of how the graph works with Ethereum. So the flow follows the following steps. Number one, a decentralized application adds data to Ethereum through a transaction on a smart contract. So a decentralized application right here adds data to Ethereum through a transaction on a smart contract. A transaction, it adds data through a transaction via a smart contract. The smart contract emits one or more events while processing the transaction. So the smart contract processes that transaction, and then this is the event here. And then the graph node, which is this graph node here, finds Ethereum events for your subgraph in these blocks and runs the mapping handlers you provided. The mapping is this is where it gets a little bit complicated. The mapping is a WASM model. I'll be honest, I do not know what that stands for, so let's have a quick look. WASM model.
Real-time learning.
The graph. I had it in my head, but then I should have wrote it down. I read it on GitHub. What did we say? A WASM model, a WebAssembly model. Object contains stateless WebAssembly code that has already been compiled by the browser. This can be efficiently shared with the workers. Okay, it's a WebAssembly model. Let's just leave it at that for now. We don't want to get too into it. Okay, so the graph node finds Ethereum events for the subgraph in these blocks and runs the mapping handlers you provided. The mapping is a WASM, which is a WebAssembly model that creates or updates the data entities the graph node stores in response to Ethereum events. The decentralized application queries the graph node for data Index from the blockchain using the node's graph EQL endpoint, which I suppose is over here. So after
Yeah,
it's processed.
SQL is like a query, so that's like a search. So
Okay.
it basically, the way that you've just mapped it out there, you then do it in reverse to figure out how people are using it. So they start off with their query, and then what happens is their query goes through the API, then it goes to the mapping, which separates all the different searches on the node into different areas, and then they're now stored in different places, and then it that now knows, okay, you're searching this as it's come through the API. The mapping now takes that search and puts it into the right place. So let's say, for example, I'm searching, I want to search a transaction on OpenSea, right? But I want to search specifically Bored Apes, specifically on Christmas Day. So that's going to be in a, you see how it's got like two channels?
Yeah.
That's going to be in a certain channel. And my search, the more I search on top of a search, the more channels it's going to go through.
Yeah.
Making
As
my
in you'll get
search
more
more
specific
accurate.
result. Yeah.
Yep. And that then finds those searches from the store of data, which have come in from the transactions and smart contracts. Whereas otherwise, to find, can you imagine having to go through Etherscan to find Bored Ape transactions on Christmas Day?
No, that's too long.
It's too long. Whereas the graph, that's what it helps out with.
Yeah. So we would literally type in something like, I don't know, like CryptoPunk 3563 transactions on the 25th of November 2021. And then in theory, something like the graph would be able to process that and then find that transaction.
Yeah.
Which
As we go through, like as blockchain gets used more and more,
it's more and more.
it's going to be crazily important.
Yeah, to have something that can break down computer data into more kind of human legible.
Yep.
Yeah, information.
Cool.
But yeah, thank you very much for helping break that down. Let's have a look at AMP. So I just took these screens from the website. There's much less information about AMP than the graph, as it's much more less known. So, okay, so they have a stake, send, and repeat mechanisms. So AMP is an extensible platform for collateralizing asset transfers. By staking AMP, any form of value exchange can be guaranteed: digital payments, fiat currency exchanges, loan distribution, property sales, and more. I'm particularly interested in their property sales department. I'm still going through their white paper. So once staked to partition, AMP is ready to collateralize a transfer with the use of collateral pools. AMP effectively decentralizes the risk of asset transfer, especially suitable for fraud-proof networks and real-world applications. And then repeat. AMP also simplifies network reward distributions once the transfer is complete. The AMP smart contract offers a variety of built-in incentive models, including micro distributions and continued compounding. So obviously, I'm assuming with regards to AMP, they're still increasing the kind of like user base. They are number 150 right now, on Coinbase. So why AMP? AMP claims that they help decentralize risk for users with smart contract features built for collateral, nothing more, nothing less. So basically, collateral is like the backup. Starting when you say like collateral is like the backup asset for if something doesn't work out. That'd be the correct.
So the best way of saying describing collateral.
Methodology. Don't want to get that wrong.
What's them pawn shops or them shops where
Hello.
people go to borrow money to? What's it called?
Yeah, it's literally called a pawn shop. PAWN pawn shop.
Yeah, like cash converter.
Like cash converter, like
Yeah.
You know,
So
the CEX.
Yeah. So if you go to cash converters with your PlayStation 5 and you want £500, they
Loan,
take
yeah.
your PlayStation
as collateral.
And then if you bring back the £500, you can now get back your PlayStation. So that's what collateral is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it uses collateral as a service. It's extensible and open source. Open source just means you can build on top of it. AMP was designed to be a flexible and future-proof as possible. AMP's open source licenses make it possible to create and deploy custom collateral managers for your app to interface with AMP on your own terms. It's non-inflationary, so I do like this. But it's not deflationary, which I do prefer in tokenomics. So when new projects adopt AMP, existing implementations benefit from increased liquidity and decentralization, which in turn reduces the volatility and enhances collateral quality as a result of the token's fixed supply. And then I've never heard of anything saying they're asset agnostic. So AMP doesn't AMP doesn't this is like future racism right here. Are you asset anti-agnostic? Do you discriminate against assets?
Do you discriminate against blockchains?
Yes.
Are you chain agnostic?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start saying. I identify as chain agnostic.
I am
sounds about
asset
right.
and blockchain agnostic too, right? AMP doesn't discriminate based on consensus mechanism or form of asset. Any kind of transfer, whether digital or physical can use AMP as collateral to secure transactions. So these guys are truly, really trying to be super real world. Who drew on my thing? So whether
sorry, that was me. Sorry, bro.
is that you?
What, you can draw live? I didn't know it was live. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, anyway. So yeah, blockchain sensor. Okay, so these guys are
like that, man.
collateralize assets, not just crypto but physical as well. I think I got one more slide. And then here are the friendly collaborators. From Flexi, which obviously they own, Consensus, Gemini, Bittrex, Uniswap, Crypto.com, Bancor, Moonswap, Loopring.
There's an obvious one there, Zappify.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
doesn't ring a bell for anybody. What can you do on Zappify, guys? If you've been paying attention to any lessons from Quiche. Come on, someone in this chat must know what you can do on Zappa. Come on. Come on, guys. Must be someone. No, nobody knows.
I know that it tracks wallets.
You can search and track wallets on Zappa.fi, which now makes sense because what's it doing? Indexing the wallets.
So just to show how companies shill, look. This is the AMP white paper, and the first thing it talks about is the other company that it owns.
Big flex. Big flex. That's like Apple going. So just in case you didn't know, Steve Jobs created Pixar. So we hire really good people. Just in case you didn't know about our hiring. Or now it would be Disney going, so we own Pixar. By the way, we are Disney. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, I think I had some additional things on AMP. So the main thing that I got on AMP was that it's that it fluctuates automatically based on market price. So if the market price is up, then it automatically starts flooding the market with tokens to bring down the price. And then if the market price is down, it starts burning supply so that the price goes back up.
Wait, if the market's going up,
I like
I thought you would.
they got a little monopoly on the game, man.
Yeah. It's a nice little utility. But yeah, do your own research on that one. What did I have? Other bits of news. Oh yeah, is that this week is about to be a crazy week. Just simply because this week we have the CPI data coming out. When that normally happens, the markets move 3% in one way or another. We also have Sam Bankman-Fried's court case coming out on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, we also have the Fed meeting and the rate hikes for the bonds, which normally moves the markets 4 to 5% on average. And then we also have potentially, according to Charles Hoskinson, the CEO of Cardano, we have the XRP case settling on December the 15th. And then also, we might have seen that the Dow, the DXY, which is the dollar index, has actually hit a very interesting Fibonacci point. So pretty much everything is suggesting that this week is going to be a Mazza. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go to Q&A, or do people want to see some T&A?
Wait, actually, one thing, because one thing we like to do in Blockchain Sensei is that we like to sniper bargains in the bull run. So you see, AMP, the peak price it's ever been is, around 10 cents, right? So this is the cheat code to calculate X. Are you ready? Guys, this is $1 million game right now. Now, there's no guarantee. Remember, there's no guarantee that any asset is going to go back to the all-time high. Remember that, okay? There's no guarantee that the asset's going to go to the all-time high. But what I like to do is I like to take assets that I think have good fundamentals in a bear market, and then I type in the all-time high. So this is the formula for potential X, right? You take an asset that you've done your own research in and you believe in. So I'm not saying that I believe in AMP. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I've done some research on AMP. I'm going to do more research on AMP, and I'm thinking about diversifying my portfolio and adding it to my altcoin basket. Now, 0.1 is the highest price it's ever got to, or just a bit further. And then what we do is we take the current price, and then if you were to purchase at the current price of 0.003365, not saying it's going to go down anymore, not saying it's going to go up, and let's say one day, next bull market, maybe it goes back to the all-time high, that means you will see a 29x. If it goes back to 0.1.
That's pretty mad.
There's a simple way
that's
of
interesting.
calculating potential X.
Okay, let me I'm gonna have to do a little bit. You can't just put that out there and not let Mac do a little bit of TA. You know what I mean? That's my kind of numbers. That's my kind of returns.
That looks like a Mike. Mike. That sounds like a Mike trade, man. That's a Mike trade right there, man.
That's my kind of risk to reward right there.
You like that 29x, right?
Oh. I like my little brazy risk to rewards. Okay, let me just share my screen. How come it's not letting me share my screen? Okay, there we go. Let me know when you can see my screen. Yeah. No, everyone's gone quiet. So maybe I've crashed it.
Yeah, I can see it, bro.
Oh, it's here. Okay, so look, see. This has got that same baseline that everything's been doing. So what I've been noticing is a couple of projects been doing this baseline and then pump. Oh, they've already done the pump. I just noticed. Oh. Everything was doing this little baseline like this and a little cheeky pump. So you'll see it when I look at Phantom. I think that's done it already. No. Yeah, actually there, look, you can see it there. Little cheeky baseline, pump. Fetch did the same thing. Little cheeky baseline just here, look. And a little pumpy. But AMP, let's go back to AMP. Let's go back. So you're telling me, yeah? You know that meme of that African kid where he's looking at the lady?
Yeah,
That's how I feel right now. You're trying to tell me, yeah, raw.
Yeah, it's crushing hard, bro. You gotta find that good bottom.
That is true. That
And
is
I
crud.
don't know if the bottom's in.
Yeah,
That
because
is crud. That looks like crud.
yeah, 22. Okay, I don't know because this is on logarithmic scale and this is only down. This is
That is crud.
Take
That
it
is
off.
crud.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about this one.
Yeah, everything has a flaw.
I'm gonna have to do a bit more research on this one. I'm not
Exactly. We have to make sure it's solid because think about this, right? If AMP drops by 50% again from the current price, that means it's 60x down from the all-time high. And if that's the flaw, that's bro, talk to me about 60x.
Yeah. The graph. This is what they're looking like. The RSI is getting pummeled. You can see this was where I thought the buy range was. It's definitely not gone there. It's now almost all the way at the ICO price. So if you can get it there, if it comes down to 0.3, hey, you're getting it at the same price it was at ICO.
It's insane.
Like, can't really complain about that, considering this thing was at $2.9.
Wait. Do you mean ICO or do you mean public launch price?
Yeah, public launch price.
Yeah.
So let's just see if it was from here to all-time high. Will be 8,000, 8x. That is right. Yeah, 8x. So let's go. What was the other one? AMP, graph.
Nah.
Oh, Nia's already in our watch list. Where is it? Where is it? Should be here. How is Nia not here? It's on Swissborg. I literally bought Nia's the other day because all the devs keep talking about it.
And maybe that's one of the reasons why, because you can easily transfer from Ethereum.
No, I can't find it. And apparently it's easier to code with as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've only ever heard good things about Nia from developers anyway. So
Yeah, developers are people you want to listen to when doing part of your analysis. Listen to what the dev community say.
oof.
Because if the devs don't want to develop on it, it's probably not got a future.
Yeah, if the developers are saying it's dead, then it's dead. So that's what it is. Yeah, that's looking like a nice kind of bottom. Still on Nia. Oh, look, here we go. Our little
That's
sideways
looking
thing.
like a nice support line.
You know the little sideways thing I was talking about?
Yeah.
There's our little sideways thing. We should be expecting a little pumpy. Let's see. Okay, cool. Let's go to Q&A. Have we heard of Lendl Pro Trader? Nope. Thank you, Nat. I've not heard of Lendl Pro Trader, unfortunately. So we're going to start wrapping up the show now. Let's take questions. We got two new guests. We've got King IT Solutions and Malden. How you doing, Brody? I spoke to you earlier.
What up?
Hey guys, good to see you all.
Thanks for joining.
Of course, I've enjoyed it, every bit of it.
Hey guys,
Oh,
thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much, man.
We love
Not
it. We
sure
love
if
it.
you
We love it.
remember me, but
We love when we
showed
get
up.
new people joining us in the heart of a bear market. Because
Yeah,
that
we love
means
it.
these are the real hardcore crypto people that really understand it's
Yeah.
shopping time.
I can see a couple of my people say, how's it going, guys? How you doing, bro?
Hey Keeson.
What's good, bro?
Sweet. So as your new guest, let's start off with yourself, Malden. Have you got any questions based on anything we spoke about today? Or is there anything that you're looking at that you think that the community should look at?
I think that the community should ask themselves first to start with it and with this. And I've been around in the blockchain space for about five plus years now, and I've traveled across the globe. Back in the days before the the 2017 crash, I did spend quite a bit of time in Central Europe, North Europe, Tokyo, and I saw how the market developed. Then it crashed. Then it started developing again. And one of the things that has amazed me always is that sometimes this community is supposed to be going against the stream and against what everyone else is thinking, and most of the community acts, unfortunately, act as sheep, and they don't go back to the fundamentals. So I'm a huge supporter of blockchain and of how it can actually help distribute wealth, help create value, and involve the huge amount of people into it. But I keep asking myself why only the monetary incentive in terms of pump and dump and all of these things that we are speaking about. So I guess that if you apply, I've enjoyed this call today. I caught about 20 minutes of it, and I've enjoyed every piece of it, and I made some notes even. And I think that if you combine the market and understanding of the market, what you've been speaking about today, plus tech, plus applicability, and the real use cases, the actual day to day person is gonna go and do some stuff with it. Then it can help you figure out why the heck you need blockchain in this whole thing.
100%.
But I loved it today. I really enjoyed it, and in fact I saw Nat here. I've known Nat for a while, Nat and Stella.
Oh,
And I
okay.
literally I
Oh,
sent
yes.
him I
Very
sent him a
good people.
telegram. I sent him a telegram. I was like, hey, you're on the same call as well. So anyway,
Yeah, they're super regulars. They're like some of our OG fans. They've been with us since we started. So yeah, big love to them, man.
it's amazing. Really, I'm what I see here is ridiculously good. This is so good, honestly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank you, man.
Welcome.
Much appreciated.
Thank you for all, for a vote, and I will try and hop in whenever I can. But yeah, again, what I said.
Thank you,
Thanks.
man. Thank you. Appreciate it. All your words mean a lot because we put a lot of time and effort into our research, and
Oh yeah.
we try really hard to break down these complicated processes and complicated talk of blockchain into things that everybody and anybody can understand. Even you probably saw us explaining what collateral is.
Yeah, the pawn shop. I used to live in the States back in the day. So when you said the pawn shop, and I was like, how do you explain it in a simple manner? And my financial brain goes like all of these, like, and then you go pawn shop. And I play guitar. I play guitar. I've played guitar for 25 years. And guess when I would buy some of my stuff back in the US from the pawn shops, because you got some really good Fenders and the Gibsons and some funky stuff as well. So anyway, so yeah, that's a thing for me, and I was like, yeah, that's so cool. And anyways, I loved it. Really.
That's what we aim to do, is to make things applicable to real life situations that
100%. Yeah, that's great.
Thank you very much. King IT Solutions, you're up next.
My name is John Born.
What up,
Not sure if
homie?
you remember me.
Yeah, of course I remember you. Was in the office.
Yeah. Guys, I came to check on you actually because I never saw your show before, but it's very educational, and I think you are on the right track to make something great happen in the future. So I am definitely supporting you right now, and I would like to ask you to cover in your next conversation the GNS protocol, please, if you can.
GNS, yep.
And also, if you do technical analysis, I suggest you step back a few steps and look at some coins from a fundamental angle. These ones are my favorites in a bear market. The one is XMR because it's the privacy standard for all blockchain, and it's very much needed. Of course, you know it, man. And I would like you also to take a look at Railgun, because it's a new kind of method using zero knowledge proofs for enhancing smart contract privacy. So if you could cover these for me, I would be very grateful.
Yep, no
Thank
worries.
you for putting us on, and we will definitely take a look and research those.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That's what we do. Like, we love it when people suggest things for us to look at and to learn, because like we're big believers that you can't know, this space is too big and there's new things popping up all the time. So it's impossible to know everything. It's impossible to be an expert. However,
now you need a team for that. Actually,
Exactly that. I think
that's
it's
what
also
our community is. Our community is the team. So that's how
Yeah, exactly.
we can do this. But yeah, man, we'll definitely look into that. Thank you for jumping in. Definitely agree with you on the fundamentals. We normally
much appreciated.
Yeah, in our lessons that we teach, we actually have a set of fundamentals that, in fact, as we end the show, I'm gonna share our screen on what as I take it off the YouTube live. I'm gonna share
just before we go as well. I think it's good to also share your experience, because you've been in the game for a good amount of years as well, bro.
If you're talking about me, yeah, I've been in the game for quite long now. I've joined the crypto revolution in 2014 or something like that, but I've managed to lose like all my funds multiple times. So I remember my first kind of investment was shorting Ripple on Poloniex with like huge leverage. And after that, Ripple went up 50x. So I got liquidated all my lunch money when I was 19. You know, I had like 1 month of salary saved up and I tried crypto. So no, I can only suggest to you guys never to give up, because you will lose it multiple times, all of them. You will lose everything until you learn how to manage risk effectively. And if you don't, then you are a natural born trader. I can only say that.
I don't think they exist.
I do. I've seen some geniuses, but most of them are on a shooting star basis. You know, they rise and then they fall instantly, and then they give up and never go back. So this should make the difference. Okay, never giving up should make the difference.
Yeah, that's the key. Consistency is key. Yeah, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna end the live stream, and then I would love to get your feedback on what we've classed as our.
Yeah, definitely. But first of all, I'd like to say thank you, everyone that's on the YouTube live for joining. And yeah,
Appreciate
much appreciated. This has been the